ago in February, we had a $5.2 billion budget deficit in the state of Minnesota. As legislators, we said we need to do something about that. We can't just follow the forecasted budget. We need to get this budget down. We need to spend within our means, and we need to have a sensible business-like budget. There was a lot of outcry about that. We asked the citizens of Minnesota to share in the process, and that it wasn't going to be easy, but that we needed to do it to try to turn Minnesota around and get on the right track. As you can remember, it became a very contentious budget session. It became a contentious issue, and we ended up with a state shutdown. Unfortunately, we shouldn't have ended up with a state shutdown. We did work through it, and we reduced the budget considerably from the forecast. This February, we have a $1.2 billion surplus. Now that $1.2 billion surplus from a $5.2 billion deficit, that's $6 billion. It didn't just happen. It happened because the great people in Minnesota were willing to take some sacrifices, work with us, and get a budget that we could live with. When we did that, several other things happened. If you notice, the unemployment rate was 7.6% in February of 2011. Today, unemployment is 5.6%. When I go out and talk to businesses, a common theme I'm hearing now, and I did this a year ago in February, the theme I was hearing is business people were saying, it's not about expanding, it's about what lines are we going to stop manufacturing. It's about which people are we going to lay off. It's how are we going to continue to go. We don't have confidence in the state's budgeting system. We don't have confidence in the fact that people are going to budget reasonably and keep our taxes in line and continue to move the state forward. When I go out and talk to businesses today, they're saying, now we're deciding what lines we're going to expand. We're deciding how many people we want to hire. We're deciding how we're going to move forward. There's a lot more confidence in the business community today than there was a year ago. When we talk to consumers, a year ago it was, they just weren't sure how they were going to survive, they weren't sure what to do, they were very concerned. Today, there's still a lot of concern out there, there's still unemployment we need to deal with, but people are starting to feel more confident. The economy is moving forward. We need to make sure that we get Republicans elected again this fall so that we can continue to move that process forward and focus on jobs. One of the biggest issues we have to continue to focus on is creating jobs. And we can create jobs various ways. One of the ways is to keep the business taxes in a situation to where we can draw business from other states. We need to stop letting our businesses out of Minnesota, moving to other states, and having business from other states move back to Minnesota, move into Minnesota to expand. So we'll continue to work on that path. We also need to make sure that in the process of building these jobs, of course, that's going to create more revenue. So as that revenue is created, we have to make sure that we spend it wisely. Now, we're going to be able to pick up some of the programs that we probably dropped off last year. There's some areas that got hit pretty hard. We're probably going to be able to come back and help in some of those areas. But we need to make sure as we expand that we spend the money wisely. Another area that got hit hard last year was the school shifts. And right now, there's school shifts of about $2.4 billion. That's a lot of money. First of all, we need to talk about where the school shifts came from. Of that $2.4 billion, $1.7 billion of that came under the DFL majority, and $700 million of that came under the Republican majority. We have paid, in the process of paying $318 million of that back at this point, and we will be trying to pay back more of that as the year goes on. I've been given my notice here that I'm out of time, so just in closing, there's other things I'd like to talk about, but in closing, I'd just like to say that I certainly appreciate the opportunity to represent you.